SkillWallet as credit course, creating industry-ready talent pool in Northeast, which will be delivered by Ms. Sridevi Sira, Vice President, Strategic Partnerships, Smartbridge Education Services Pvt Ltd. Huge round of applause. Looking beautiful, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. I know it's been a day full of information, knowledge, and great experience. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'll try to align it as much as possible to the requirements of what all of you would like to take forward and move to your institutions. I'm Sridevi Sira. I work as Vice President Partnerships for the company called Smartbridge. With 27 years of experience in the EdTech and skilling space, I take it as my privilege to be amongst all of you to learn a lot and try to contribute a little more towards your institutions. All of us carry wallets, right? And we fill it with something called as money, something called as cards, something called as identities. Going forward, we strongly feel this wallet that all of us will be carrying will also need something called as skill. A skill which is going to be more relevant in the coming day context, which is going to be filling all the other elements that we are currently carrying. So we talk on skill wallet, and this skill wallet, we want to ensure that all of you take it forward for your students, your faculty, and ensure that all of them load their wallet with the skills which are going to be very, very helpful for the times to come. We are here talking more about shaping India's talent, and we've been doing this since 2015. Who we are, what we have been doing in this space is something that you will see in times right now. A little, snippet about who we are in the last 10 years of our existence, what we have done. We have strategic partnerships on academic segment with the policy makers on one side, academic institutions on the other side, and to bridge them with the professional skills and the industry relevant skills, we have the other pillar as industry relevant skills, which we have partnered with. You name the partners like Google, Salesforce, AWS, ServiceNow, IBM, Zscaler, you name the organization, we have a partnership with them. These organizations do provide a lot of technical content, and what we do around it is build a project-based approach around it, which is totally hands-on component. And the learners usually stop learning, or there is an impediment for the learning only when they don't get sufficient support. And this sufficient support is something that we extend through our partnership, and the mentors are aligned from our side. One is a guided learning through our training team, and second is the mentors who are from the industry who are guiding the learning journey for the students. Apart from India, we are also operating in Philippines, Indonesia, KSA, and other locations. What we have done, what we have achieved in the last 10 years is something which is just simply put in numbers. 2 million people have been impacted in the last 10 years of our journey, 15 plus technology partnerships that have been built by us, 35,000 faculty have done skill enhancement through the programs that we have done. Of course, we have 10 plus strategic government partnerships. One of the partnership is something that I will walk you through while we talk about various numbers. And we also have about 2,800 plus academic institutions who collaborate, align, and walk us along with this journey of skilling people. What is the single point agenda that we are looking at is transforming education at scale. What is the skill wallet that we're talking about? This skill wallet is something which is going to determine the net worth of the individual in coming times to come. We want everybody to load their wallet with skills, with certifications, internship opportunities, and job opportunities for themselves. So that's the intent of this. Skill-based hiring has become a very, very common phenomena right now. Qualification-based hiring is actually taking the back seat. If we look at India, the kind of demographic dividend that we have has enabled us, and we are in a strong situation. If we look at 2030 as a year, we will be all poised as a nation to contribute 65% of the world's workforce from India alone. And just for your reference, it's about 90 million people that we're talking about. So looking at that shift, it's very important for us to look at what is it which is impacting all of us at this point in time. 70% of the employer adoption, companies have started using skill-based hiring as a tool. Credentials, that is the way an individual can demonstrate their skill, their capability, and what they get to the table has taken the center stage. And structural necessity, it's just not the preference, it's just a requirement to fill the technical roles amongst the talent shortages that we're talking about. What is the number looking like? About 170 million new jobs that will be created, and expected globally that this decade across the technology this is going to impact. What is the skill-based hiring that we are talking about, and what exactly is being evaluated or asked for from the industry is something which is for our reference over here on the screen. They're looking at the technical skills, the portfolio projects that the student has actually completed, maybe going to even their portals to check what they have actually done. Their GitHub is a proof of what they have actually done as a hands-on capability. Experience, it's just not enough that somebody has the knowledge, it's important to have that converted into experience. And also, one very, very important thing is soft skills. How is it the data is talking about these data insights, the curriculum industry alignment that we're talking about? Some of the statistics from various research reports that have been published in the last 12, 13 months is something as a snippet that I have added over here so that we'll just quickly look at it. It's not that we have to feel negative about anything which has been said over here, but maybe we will have to do a little bit of soul searching of how do we make our students more employable, more talent ready, more industry aligned, more job role oriented. So this statistics is a reality check for all of us. So what does that call for? It calls for industry and academia coming together and co-creating the content or the curriculum for the students so that they are totally aligned to what the industry is asking for and they step forward. So what exactly is the solution? It's not enough that we keep talking about issues after issues and say problem after problem. So is there something that can be done? Yes, this is one solution that comes across to our mind, and this is something that we would like to suggest that all of you spend some time with us, understand these, and try to implement it in your academic institutions. It is going to be helpful for your students. 15 plus job role aligned learning paths are available. We have to ensure that the students are not just learning a technology, but they understand towards the end of that learning journey what kind of a job role exists for them, what is the skill set which contributes their success for that particular job role, and how is it that they should be preparing themselves for that. We have internships as one of the very, very important aspect after NMP implementation has come into vogue. And in the COVID times, we have seen the time has come very, very fast and technology adoption has taken the center stage. Along with AICTE, we have introduced about 30 plus internship tracks. How does this learning happen is something that you will get to see in slides to come. Coming back to the government partnerships that I was mentioning earlier, with Tamil Nadu, just as one example over here, we have a particular project which is running over there, which is called as Nan Mudalvan. What does that mean? It means I am the first. This is a project from the Chief Minister's office and the Skill Development Mission over there. Year after year, this is the 5th year that we are executing programs over there. About 50,000 students are actually undergoing a technology program which is more experiential learning part of it, and which is again aligned to credits. The students are actually learning it year after year. So that's the way that we have built all this 30 plus internship tracks. And the beauty about it is this comes at zero cost for all of the academic institutions. There are 12 plus industry technology partnerships that are available. As I said, we have partnership with IBM, Google, Salesforce, ServiceNow, and all the things that you have seen on the slide number 1. All those technology partnerships are available for your adoption, and we can actually let you know how are these partnerships and the skills that we're talking about is going to be very, very helpful and handy for you to take it up as a major. We also have a 240-hour journey that we're talking about. The students come, they learn, they practice, they prove their capability, and then they connect with the industry. The first thing that I would urge all of you to ask your students to go forward and take up this is Yuva AI for All. India is actually conducting an AI Impact Summit, which is happening 19th of February in Delhi. This will be addressed by our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji. This is the first stage where we are talking about what has been the impact of AI in the country and what is it driving for all the sectors which are available. Agriculture to aerospace, there is no sector which is not touched by AI as we speak at this point in time. So it's very important that at least we ask our students to start the AI awareness module, which is a 15-hour module. If they complete this module, they get a certificate from NASSCOM, which is through the Future Skills Prime initiative driven by MITI, which is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. And these numbers are actually counted for AI Impact Summit as well. As we speak, we have partnered with India AI Mission with a goal to skill about 2 million people in the next 24 months to come. And we look for partnering with your institution so that your students can come forward and enroll into any of these programs in a virtual mode with our trainers and mentors supporting their learning journey with zero cost. And these are programs which are properly driven, industry-driven programs. You can actually very safely ask your students to go forward and do this, which has a heavy practical component. This is the structure of the virtual internship program driven for 60 hours, qualifies for 2 credits. This is the layout for experiential learning, which has 120 hours. This is a sponsored program from NASSCOM in collaboration with MITI. The structure of this program is something which is laid out over here. I was talking about the project and evaluation at every stage using the Kanban board mechanism. At every stage, the student needs to demonstrate that they have understood the problem, they're able to implement their knowledge to the given scenario. And at every stage, there is a score which is allocated to the student. This is the structure or an approved rubrics, which is just not doing a knowledge check of the learner, but also evaluating the practical capability of how the student is really implementing that in a given scenario. Unless and until the student scores about 50% of the marks, they're not entitled for the certificate. All the 2,800 plus academic institutions that I was referring to, they actually embed this into curriculum. They recognize these programs for credit and they allocate credit for these programs. We can always do a one-on-one discussion with you on how we can go about it, how the students can be brought onto the SkillWallet program and taken forward from there. Something which is for all your faculty fraternity as well. We are conducting, along with IBM, something called as AI Pragyan, which is a skill enhancement or a 30-hour faculty development program on AI skills. This is coming absolutely at zero cost because this is funded by IBM. You can ask your faculty to come forward and participate in this. How do you do that? You can just get in touch with me and we can share the links for you to go about this AI Pragyan as a faculty development program. We are heavily focused for the Northeastern region at this point in time. We are looking at impacting about 50,000 learners from all the 7 states over here. This is the sample certificate that the students would get, or the faculty would get at the end of it. Here are my coordinates for you to get in touch with me. I would be very, very delighted to get in touch and have a conversation with you so that we can take this forward in the right direction. More power to all of you and ensure that we transform this particular region as 100% AI skilled and future ready. Appreciate your patience. Thank you so much, everyone.